Welcome back, Guardians. So I took a bit of a hiatus until my son pointed out that the flying saucer sparrow, jump ship, it's like, oh fuck yeah. So with his help and then myself adding in a little bit of effort, was able to earn enough bright dust to get that flying saucer. Um, I, like I said, I'm still not buying anything this year, this season. This expansion is just trash in my opinion. It really is, and I'm just don't not worth my dollars. There's a high chance that I probably won't buy the next expansion, the Final Shape, or any of the season pass, unless I'm shown that there's a significant improvement. So, if you'll recall, I completely destroyed my hunter and all of his inventory. That means that, for the most part, pretty much every gun that I had that I've been using, my Blast Bateau, my Peace Bond, my Hero of Ages, um, those are my top three favorite weapons that I had. That were, of course, obviously not legendaries. I mean, not exotics. Yeah, pretty much all of those just trashed it. The Battler trashed it. All of it's gone. And I don't care too much about the Battler because that's craftable and I could easily grind to get that one back in hand. But the Hero of Ages had chain reaction. The Blast Bateau had chain reaction and ambitious assassin, and the Peace Bond had a laser beam stability. Chances of me ever getting guns similar to those or better, well, chances of me ever getting anything better than those was Lil. None. None. Lil. Nil. Sorry. Little to none. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the chances of me ever getting anything close to those weapons, probably little to none. Mostly because I just don't want to put that kind of effort into this game anymore. I am doing basic character progression quests. If it's about the character subclass or it's about the actual stories, such as they are, then I'm going to play them. In addition to vendor bounty kind of shit like that. Mostly, I am focusing on finishing up the XP for the battle pass, the season pass, or whatever it is. Like I said, I did not buy the season, so I'm doing the top track, which is just what's going to. Yeah, but it's like there's a big chunk of bright dust at the end, so I'm excited for that. And I figure there's that's 1,400 there, and then that'd be like 3,400 bright dust. If I can get that done before the end of the week, that would be kind of nice. But I'm not pushing my ass for it because it's just I don't feel the value in this game for that. Apart from maybe playing with some friends, that's really not much in here. I mean, the game does everything it can to basically subvert all your fucking expectations and at the same time enable you to get through content without very little effort. And I'm just like, why in the fuck do we not just have, just a stand-up fucking gameplay? Why does it have to be this, this gotcha game kind of fucking, well, if you bought this, it'd be easier kind of. I hate that fucking shit. I mean, when Destiny turned into a mobile game, an app game, I was like, yeah, we're kind of pretty much not going to commit, anymore. So anyway, so yeah, I rolled a Warlock, I rolled a Titan, and I rolled this Hunter, and I don't think I'm going to main any one particular character. It's pretty much whatever my whimsy is for the most part that I'm going to be playing, and because I mean, personally, in my experience, they all pretty much play the same. I used to whine and complain about how Warlocks and Titans were favored and stuff like that, and it's like, no, not really. Actually, they're all pretty much the same. I mean, even across their subclass abilities, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, so the Titan, so the Warlock, so the Warlock has, this particular thing, the Titan has this particular thing. The ultimates are different, but the results are one of two. Either you're defending a team or you're attacking the enemy. You're either a tank or you're a damager. There's no healer in this game. There's self-heals, and there are ways to bolster the defense of your allies, But there's no healer in this game. You're self heals. That's all you are, with picking up orbs of power and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's a first person shooter. I'm playing it for the shooter aspect. Um, and recently, my wife and I have been playing a shit ton of Centipede, like we used to, and it's been a blast. Honestly, I have some of our runs recorded, and all I need to do is edit them down to just the actual um, gameplay that we were doing, and then I'll post those up. You guys can see how we play Centipede. Um, oh, finally died. Ugh. So yeah, that's kind of basically it. The only holdover weapon that I brought along with me is my Rat King, um, and that's because this does actually have this one here has pretty strong sentimental value to it. And I mean, it is a fucking banger gun anyway. So what if we're gonna wipe this one? Oh no, we're done. Yay! See what I mean?
Cut another head off the proverbial Hydra.
Hydra have but one head, Devrim.
Let's go get our goodies.
Vex Hydra do.
Now, legendary shards aren't supposed to drop anymore, but yet there are things still requiring legendary shards, right?
To better understand our
So I have 18 legendary shards. If I wanted to pull something out of collections, I still need legendary shards. Hey, look! It's not quite the patience in time. No, that's not bad. That's not bad stats. Eye of the Storm, quick draw. Flared Magwell's nice. Good range on that. Stability's craptastic. Let's do the counterbalance or targeting adjuster. Let's do targeting adjuster. Oh yeah, and then the fart sniffing. Oh god. Did they already leave? This guy stayed. So you'll get thoughtful because you hang around. Yeah. Before I started streaming, I spent the whole engagement basically being everybody else's meat shield. That's what they did. They just hid behind. I'm like, really? It's not like I had like really good cover or anything. Got two things happening at the helm. What the fuck? Oh, this is just going to be like, if you bought the season expansion, you had better build. Because the thing is that Blast Plateau came from the hunts, the old hunts on the Forgotten Shore, Tangled Shore, and the Peace Bond came from Iron Banner. And the Hero of Ages is actually an anniversary dungeon, which I may actually go ahead and attempt once I get to a proper level again, which honestly won't take much. But again, this is where I put in my argument that for all the things that Destiny or Bungie tried to do to make this game more accessible and easier to play into, one thing they could do is make armor like weapons. Any class can wear the armor, with the exception of exotics. That would be like your bespoke pieces. Because I mean, that would be fucking awesome. Like Insight Rover vest, or it becomes an Insight Rover cloak or chest piece or whatever. Um, I'm not investing energy. I'm not. I just don't feel like it. You don't really need to anyway. Okay. I'll keep that one because I can give it to the Warlock. Oh my god. Tomorrow's gonna be. I'm getting so many fucking sniper rifles. Holy mothers. I don't understand. Why am I getting so many sniper rifles? Perpetual motion vorpal weapon. It's not bad. It's not great. Underdog. Cascade point. Enlightened action. I think these are the combos that my son said were supposed to be pretty good. Dealing damage improves reload speed and handling. Final blows to sustain precision blows. With another weapon increase, this race. Oh, I don't like juggler. I don't like juggler. Um, so yeah, that's a goner. That's a goner. Let's see. I mean, I only need one grenade launcher. So I think actually, in spite of that being power leveled, Jiminy. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this one because I'm not having fun with it. Um, and that's gonna be it. It's just gonna be me versus what I think is fun and what I think is just garbage. We'll keep a scout rifle legendary on here because I'm swapping all this stuff. That's a scout rifle. That's a 150 versus a 150. Now I know if I go through the campaign, I'll go ahead and I'll get myself a night watch, which won't be too problem. It won't be a too bad a roll, but it won't be ideal. It won't be like the night watch I had or the gnawing hunger. I mean, there were a lot of guns I had. I don't know. I really wasn't thinking about coming back, honestly. Legacy, Awaken, Queen's Guard. The fudge? Requires Seasons of Defiance, my friend. So you can't do shit with that. Yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, basically the helm is nothing but, I just, I just, I, yeah, I'm there again already. It hasn't even been 2 days. I think barely 3 days. 3 days. It's been about 3 days, and I'm already like, huh? What? You want what? How? Why? We're doing what? So yeah, I'm just gonna chase the little green points. You know, I was thinking about doing a playthrough of some Lone Wolf books. I have these Lone Wolf solo RPG books. They're not really role playing games. They're basically labyrinth games, really, when you think about them. Choose your own adventures. You read a passage, you're presented with two or more options, you pick one, and then you go. So it's like, it's a pick a path book. That's basically what it really is. They're pick a path books, but they have role playing game mechanics in them in the sense that they have combat roles and equipment lists and things like that. They're really nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are very much entertainment. This is like it calls a role playing adventure. So you're not on the character. You're playing a role in the move in the very. You're making choices for the character, but you're not really role playing. For me, role playing is having full agency to choose whatever. I mean, if a passage describes a heavy oaken desk with a bunch of writing equipment on top, writing stuff on it, quills, inks, parchments, papers, and then a few drawers. Some of them look like they're half open. Um, you know, and then it says, do you investigate the dresser drawers or do you investigate the bookshelf? I'm like, well, maybe I want to sit down and investigate the papers on the desk. It doesn't give me the option to check the papers on the desk. I want to do that. You see what I'm saying? That to me is what a role playing game is. So this is basically just a quest book. It's like playing a board game, but in a book. And I like that. That's actually kind of really fun. I like simple mechanics that get you immersed and get you into an environment. I mean, calling pick a path books or board game books role playing games is like calling any novel a role playing game. It really isn't. You can put yourself in the place of the protagonist or any other character in the story, and then be surprised as things unfold. But that's really not role playing in its sense. That's just play acting. I think is what the word is called. What the phrase is called. Anyway, exalting the flame. Banshee. blah 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 Wilson blah 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 whatever. All right, let's see if this is going to be my shiner. Incandescent. I like incandescent. Defeating a target, spread scorch. Yes. This is like from Season of the Catch or whatever. Demolitionist. Okay. Alrighty. This one's a keeper. This one's a keeper. Until I find a better one. Let's put backup mag on it. Get that one extra hit. Nice. I like this. See, that's the kind of stuff that I want to chase. You know? It's going to be super basic for me, but I think in the end I'm going to have more fun doing this than trying to push the meta on my character as much as possible. I haven't gotten a good hand cannon. Oh, my Seraph Revolver. Basically, I'm stockpiling resources, then I'm going to craft all the guns I like. And that's pretty much going to be it. So, it'd be kind of fun to do that. He keeps pinging me, but I don't know why. I think it's going to be like Drifter did for a long time. Anyway, I'm going to head on over to Minecraft, because I really don't fucking know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now in all this. This is just... Damn, everything's such a fucking grind with the pricing. It's just... I thought they were going to do something about that, you know? I thought they were going to fucking ease up on the economies and the consumables, and it just doesn't feel... It really doesn't feel like they're doing that. They really do want you to get in here. They want you spending on all these convenience things. There's a thing called a Bartel graph, I think it's called. Bartel graph. And they break players down into 4 categories. And you have explorers, you have your role players, you have your completionists, and you have your killers. And for the killers, you sell them things that help them kill better. You know, like, basically, it borders on the line of pay-to-wins. On the explorers, you provide them with content. On the completionists, you provide them with progress boosts. And on the role players, you provide them with cosmetics. So, Destiny really pushes the cosmetics. So to me, it feels like the game thinks that we are more about being role players. And there's a lot of role playing in the game. I would oftentimes role play my hunter, you know, or my exo. Actually, if you go to my let's just do this right here. Sorry, gameplay, change character. You still keep me in the stream. Glacial Fury pack. Sorry. So every one of my characters, classes, is the same character. That's the role play environment that I have in my head. Is that I'm still just artist poet, the exo artist poet number 2536, and you know. And I just re-equip myself to match whatever scenario I feel would benefit the most from that particular loadout. Haven't played the Warlock yet. So that's kind of the way I've always actually played my characters. I did play with alternates. Like one time I ran 3 Titans, 3 Hunters, 3 Warlocks back in Destiny 1 when they allowed you to. Just to kind of like speed boost. You know, where power levels were there on the character, and I do think that power level should be on the character. I don't think power levels should be on the suits, on the equipment. You know, what would that do for progression in the game? What would that do for people? You know, playing and collecting through the game. I don't know. In my analysis and my experimentation and exposure. Most of the content in this game is battle leveled, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't say level advantages. Well, it says disabled there, you know. Advantages disabled, advantages disabled, advantages disabled, so forth and so on, repeat ad nauseum. And then if I go to Gambit, I think level advantages are enabled. Because it doesn't say it's disabled. So Gambit power levels matter. Then you go to Vanguard, and it says power levels are all five. Yeah, so I got to grind for the life. I'm not going to play the Nightfalls. I'm sorry, I'm just not. Um, where is the? Okay, here we go. If I go here, this is Schism. This is still the main campaign. I haven't done that yet. The New Light campaign. Here's the dungeon, Grasp of Avarice. So I play this. I have a chance of winning the Hero of Ages sword again, which I might do. But then again, there are so many other swords that are just as fun, and I think there's actually a couple of craftables that I've unlocked that are actually pretty damn good. Spyro the Watcher. I don't know. I mean, playing the so-called aspirational content, uh, the dungeons, the raids, the nightfalls. It's like, for what I want to get out of this game, I don't need those things. I want to come into the game. I want to hang out with some friends if I have a whole evening or afternoon together, and my friends are actually on playing. Because so many of my friends have gone on to other games too. And I've been one of the holdouts who's been like, yeah, Destiny's really worth it, man. Keep playing Destiny. I'm like, no. Destiny's only really worth it until it's no longer worth it. It's kind of like what Asher Mir used to say about his two hunter companions when Relic is inactive. Why? I gotta look this up. Did they shut down craftables because of the whole fucking shenanigans going on? Come on, go faster. Destiny 2, why is the Relic inactive? Put it in October 2023, and then I'm going to put in the Reddit tag. Otherwise, I'll just get a bunch of fucking gamer sites that want to sell me fucking energy drinks and pecker pills. Oh, they say it's a bug. Top search results as a bug. That's from February 22. Everyone's just calling about the bugs. Everyone's just commenting on the bugs. Yeah, it's happened to me. Blah, 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 blah. Did we ever figure it out? Huh. So this is a bug that's been going on since last year. This is the first time I've ever encountered it. Here we go. Oh. I think there's like... There we go. We have to do some kind of tutorial. Ah, Jiminy. I can't remember. Well, that's kind of shit, honestly. Well, that's going to be a fun thing to figure out, huh? I know it was tied to the Throne World, the Arrival campaign, track 7 on Mars. Maybe that's it. Maybe I have to go ahead and go through the campaign modes. Wellspring requires Witch Queen progress. I hate that progression gating. I really do fucking dislike it. Well, I mean, I'm getting what I want done anyway without the craftable weapons, so it's a slow burn. Oh God, I'm going to be going to IGN for this. I don't want to do this. You know, when Google used to do previews of the pages, and people were true journalists, true information brokers, well, distributors. Um, the first 5 lines of an article would give you the information without having to actually go to the page. But now it's like everyone's learned this writing trick. It's like, for instance, the question here: how do you unlock the conduit? And it says, to get the relic tether, you must blah blah blah. That's the first line. Okay, to get the relic tether. What the fuck? That's not even what I want. But the point being is that it spends 4 lines talking about the thing you're asking about, like how do I make a sandwich? Well, everybody loves to make sandwiches. Padding. Sandwiches have been around since the earliest parts of human dining experiences. Padding. Sandwiches typically consist of bread and some kind of filling. Padding. Well, how do I make the fucking sandwich? The short answer is grab 2 pieces of whatever bread you like and whatever filling you want and slap the filling inside the bread and you've got a sandwich. Boom! Answer. Then you go. See, that's the way you do it. I don't know. It's like everything we learned in college and university and in high school is just flip reverse. You don't start with your thesis. You don't start with the answer. You start with all this history and background and parallelism, and you're just kind of like just bullshitting people. You're saying non-words for the most part. You're giving non-information to people, and you're not getting to your point. It's like start with your point and then illustrate afterwards. That's what it comes. That's what you should be doing. That's what article writing should be about. First 2 paragraphs should be about everything you need to know about the rest of the fucking book. And then the rest is discovery. And going, oh, stars above. Anyway, I'm done here. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know if I'm going to do any more of these. I might pop in from time to time if something decent or cool happens. That's all I got.